Hey, happy spring. This is Michelle Fox, and I am here to talk about the spring colors that are red hot this year and a few of the other trends that I've seen on TikTok and a few other places online. I would like to say I love them all. Some of them are kind of unusual. And there's not really a strong trend that I could say these are the colors, like these are the two or three colors that are, the colors. There is somewhat of a similarity, and yet I'm going to show you some examples, and you'll see that each designer, each brand has sort of its own take. I think that the colors are bolder, a little deeper than typical. When we think spring, we usually think in terms of pastels or softer colors, but this year they seem to have a lot more punch, and I'm seeing a lot of red, which is kind of a surprise. I don't really think of red as a spring color. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. I've seen a few different companies that are using lavender, which that to me is very springy, but not everybody. And bronzers and contour, that is a big emphasis. It's continuing. It has been for a while. There's a new trend called underpainting that I'm going to show you today that involves putting on your cream contour before you put on your foundation. And it is the goal is to have a softer, more natural effect. And we'll talk about that. So let's just look at some examples of the colors that are out. I always love to see the limited edition, I guess is what it's called, the limited edition palettes, because it's just kind of fun to do something different. Typically, we lean toward earth tones. We have our favorite colors that we use all the time, and it's fun to insert something punchy and different. So these are the colors that are out for spring. Let's see. I want to get myself a little bit smaller. There we go. So this is the collection from MAC for spring. And like I said, a lot of color, bright colors. We've got reds, and the colors for eyes are very bright. Like the turquoise and the fuchsia. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think that a variety of complexions will look really great with those colors. Similarly, this is Urban Decay. They have two new naked palettes. Smiley, I think they're both called Smiley, so I don't know how they distinguish them. But this one, Psyched, Blast, Partey, Spritzer, Smiley, Cyber Smile. So this has the bright, like blue and yellow, and then I think the next one is more purples. Yeah, ooh, this is so pretty. Paz, Modern Mystic, Happy Trap, Upper, Brainwave, and Fire. Those are gorgeous. But again, really bright, intense, some quite a bit of shimmer, like not, I would even say sparkly. Let's go back. Let's look at that other one. Yeah, I mean, beyond shimmer. It's like there's a lot of pizzazz, which I don't really think of spring as being pizzazzy. That's more of a holiday thing, like as in Christmas holidays. So this is kind of a new thought. Pinker Times Ahead from Too Faced. Same thing. We've got the really bright colors. It includes the green, the blue, the purple, pink. And there's a lot of, for cheeks and lips, corals and reds. And everyone has their take on bronzers and contour. Let's see. Now, I'm a purple person, okay? So, and I have seen a lot of purple. This one is called Lavender, the one, and it's from Lawless. Oh, that is so pretty. But I haven't seen anyone else with the lavenderish lip colors, but I love that kind of shade. I'm all over that. This is not my bag. This is from Chanel. They know what they're doing. But I would never in a million years think of this as a spring collection. But this is I've seen it in other brands as well. But so this is like a really good example of the reds and the corals that I'm seeing. And this apparently is the way that it's being worn, which I would not try to pull that off. I wouldn't even attempt it. I think that I just don't care for it. I'd like to hear your opinion on that. I just don't care for it. I think anytime that we have like a really warm red in our eye area, it can look like either you got punched in the eye, or it can kind of make the white of your eye look, like pink eye. It's just not, this is not for me. So those, I think that's the last one that I have. Oh no, this is new from Mary Kay. They just have this is a highlight and then two of the contours, but they also have some shimmer. So you could use them as bronzers, but they're really considered highlight and contour cream sticks. And then these are some lip colors, again, bright. And that's the end of those. Okay, let me take those out. So I for me, like I said, I tend to think in terms of softer shades in the springtime, and I'm so by the book that whenever there's like a really, it really veers off the expected. That's kind of hard for me. I don't really see myself wearing like the super bright eye colors, and I'm not big on an intense shimmer. I think we know that. I feel like I can pull off some subtle shimmer like a pearlescent, but the more sparkle there is, the more attention it will draw to any kind of texture that you have on the surface of your eyes. So I'm not loving that. But and the reds and the corals, those are not really my favorite personally for cheeks. So I'm kind of left out in the cold a little bit, but I do like this. I like that the cream blushes and the cream bronzers and highlights are still sticking around. Uh, I think especially as we age, anything that has more moisture, that gives a little more of a glow, is our friend. And everybody has got, it seems like every line has some kind of cream bronzer, or like I said, contour highlight stick. They're so easy to apply when you use it like that. And there is a new technique of applying your contour and your foundation called underpainting. And it is exactly what I said, is you do everything kind of opposite. So you would put on your highlight, your bronzer. I even did my concealer and my under eye corrector. And some people will do their cheek color and then put on the foundation on top of all of that. And when you do that, a creamy cheek color would probably be the best way to go. So I tried that today. I've got a little video to share. And I I think if I do it again, I'll do it a little bit differently. I've seen others do it where they put on, the stuff before the foundation, and it's really, really intense, and they blend it out a little bit, and then they kind of dab the foundation on top, and they don't use much foundation at all. I'm a foundation girl. I like to cover the stuff that I don't want anybody to see. So I put on my under stuff and did not blend it, thinking that I will add a lot of foundation and kind of blend as I apply the foundation. And I ended up probably covering too much of the underneath. But I get the concept, and I kind of like it. And I think the next time I do it, I will start out with more intense color, and then I will be more careful. Instead of sort of moving my brush in swirly motions, I'll be more of a blotting, probably use a sponge instead of a brush. So here, let me show you, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Oh, is this at the beginning? Must be. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I put on, that's a creamy cheek that I can use with a brush. It's kind of cool. And so that's my highlight stick. I put on the top of my cheeks, on the middle of my nose. I just put that on Cupid's bow. And then this is the contour stick that I put underneath. And I kind of do that like in a straight-ish line. And then I do that along the sides of my nose and my jowls. So instead of blending that at that point, I thought, well, I am just going to blend it as I apply my foundation. So I don't know that everybody adds the concealer at this point, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So I've got my concealer in my wrinkles, and I've got under eye corrector, And then I also add a little bit of that to the outside of my eyes to keep my eyeshadow where I want it to be. So now I'm finally adding the foundation step. And like I said, I probably could have used a different motion to apply it that wouldn't have taken off so much of the contour and everything. But I get where they're coming from, and it is a nice look. I mean, it definitely everything blended really well, and it was very dewy looking. I know that it's really important that you prep your skin ahead of time with your moisturizer and eye cream if you want to really get the look that this is intended for. The whole idea is to have a very youthful, dewy glow and to have it be very seamless so that it just really flows. And as you can see, I've like taken off, almost all of that cheek color. So I added a little more at the very end. I put a little more blush on. And so, I like it. I think it's fun. I always like to try new things. So I think that that's a TikTok trend that we can try. So what are you loving about spring colors? Did you see something that you are particularly excited about? Like I said, I love the lavenders. I think that I especially love those lip gloss shades. I really, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find the lavenderish colors, purplish colors that will work for lips. So I'm gonna have to check those out. And I did the underpainting technique. I don't know that I'll do it all the time. I didn't really see that it uh, was that much better than how it normally looks. But like I said, I didn't really probably do it exactly right. So I'm going to try it a couple more times and see if I see a difference. So check that out. You can go to YouTube and just put in underpainting or go to TikTok underpainting and you'll see others do it better than me. So you can see how it looks. And I'll tell you what, it is fun to try new things. So that's the thing. That's the stuff of life. You just kind of get some new ideas. Color is a very interesting um, concept. Color can really satisfy a need that you don't even know you had. When I work with my makeup colors, that is my artistic side. I don't paint, I don't do things like that, but I do love to work with color. I like to blend, I like to decide what goes with what and try different things. And if you haven't done that, if you haven't experimented and tried different things or gone outside your comfort zone, tried brighter colors or a different palette altogether, give it a try because it's just kind of fun. And sometimes you stumble across something that you never would have guessed would be a favorite. And you realize like, wow, I actually look really good in this. I think I'm going to have this as a regular shade. So to me, I think it's just super important that we get out of our rut. It's too easy to do the same old, and life's too short. We need to find it. We need to grab these opportunities to do new things, to find joy in little things. And this is something that brings me joy, just trying new colors during the change of the seasons. So if you saw something that you particularly loved, I would like to hear which one it was. And if you've tried any of these, I'd like to hear your take on it. And if you have some others that you've seen that I didn't show, or if you are aware of other trends, color trends, application trends, be sure to share that with us. We all like to hear the latest. And if you can think of anybody else that would like to see this video, be sure that you share it with them and like it. And I hope that you're subscribed to the channel, Michelle Fox Beauty. If you are seeing this on my blog, there's a place all the way down at the bottom that you can click to join my newsletter. And you will get these videos delivered to your inbox on the regular. And most of all, there is a place for you to get my latest freebie that I'm super excited about. And it is 5 makeup updates for women over 40. And that is the freebie of the week. And you have to go to my blog to get that. So check that out. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I appreciate your time and attention. I will see you next week with yet another beauty tip for mature women. Thanks a lot. I'll see you later.